Hi, everybody. It's Ryan Rex. I'm here today with a very ensemble cast of characters. We have Vampire Champagne, These Cursed Hands, and Sad Boy Sam. Do I have that correct? Did we bring do we have any members of the Avengers here? Maybe X-Men? I don't know.
Yeah, this is like the Justice League and the fucking Avengers together. It's fucking
All
great.
together.
All
But
together.
you guys are an awesome little coalition of musicians that live out in Oregon, right? That's where you ended up moving because we're all originally we all met in California. I can give some backstory here. I know Sasha, Von Aldrin, and Sad Boy Sam. I was gonna say Chris, but I mean both were.
Both work,
I've
yeah.
known you guys. We all started out in the same Southern California scene, doing post-hardcore bands. I was in a band called Stay Still. You guys were in a band called Swim Gustavo, Osiria, Sea of Trees. You guys were busy back in the day in SoCal, always doing cool stuff, and you guys
Yeah.
were always like a mad inspiration in the scene to I think we all had a good work ethic, and we played some awesome shows with a Marionette, Anna Moria, Celestial Amber. I mean, I think yeah, it was a good time for me. But yeah, I guess I can pass the baton to y'all and let y'all speak.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
SoCal was the shit. I mean, we're trying to bring that same energy up here to Portland. So
Hell yeah, man. Sometimes you got to relocate, but you know, it all works out because I think you guys are doing a lot better out there. Your guys' house looks awesome. You guys got a cool setup right now where you're at. And you
So
were able to not make just one band, but two awesome bands. So kudos to you, Von Aldrin, being this glue that's just making a little scene for himself out there.
yeah, I'm starting up Aldrin Core now. So
Yeah, there you go.
So you are pretty sticky sometimes.
White on rice, baby.
Fuck it.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's been fucking cool. You know, the whole Vampire Champagne, These Cursed Hands, and unknown said third band. Like, dude, it's been fucking phenomenal. Like the amount of shows I've played. I probably played more shows in the past like year and a half than I ever. No, hold on. Probably. I've been playing a lot of fucking shows.
you have that.
Workhorse, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta have that work ethic, man. You gotta have that drive. I mean, who's gonna get you there but
You
you?
put the grind in
Yeah,
grindcore, my
exactly.
guy.
There you go.
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty sick because like These Cursed Hands dropped a record in June of last year.
September.
Yeah.
September.
September. Yeah, you know,
Fucking up.
good old September. Can never forget. And Vampire Champagne is officially dropping our first album this Friday. So
Oh yeah.
I'm fucking pumped, baby.
So with Vampire you guys got Champagne. You guys got this album coming out. When did the writing process on that start?
Jesus Christ. Alex, you wanna answer that one?
It's
Yeah,
been 2 years already, right? About.
Yeah.
almost. Yeah, something like that. It's pretty crazy actually thinking about that because I feel like a lot of them were much more recent, but it started with the bones of like coming out of COVID. I think we had all these ideas. We were just really ready to turn it into something real with a whole group of people. So that's how the whole band started, was just this eagerness to actually put all these jams down into something.
Yeah, I think we both had a couple songs ideas that even went back to what, like 2019, 2020-ish.
Mhm.
It's like some old ideas from the vault that we had laying around,
Yep.
kind of refine it and turn it into something with everyone else.
That's why our album is like the most non-coherent sonic sound.
No,
Now,
that's
that's
just
just-
us. Yeah.
That's just being a prog band, right? You know, you never know what's going to happen next.
Right, exactly. You know. And then meanwhile, I'm doing fucking death metal. You know what I mean? It's fucking,
Just to mix it up more.
you know, it's been helpful. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, it's got to be. I mean, you're playing one set genre and then you're playing another genre. Do you notice like a shift in crowds or like a different energy for your bands?
100%. I don't think I've seen very much crossover, except for the people that I personally bring. But like, yeah, I have yet to see somebody come to a Vampire Champagne show and come up to me and they're like, "Hey, aren't you that fucking guy from These Cursed Hands?" And I'm like, "That's me." No, it's
Only the security guy, Dante.
only the security guard.
Sound guys remember you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that too. Okay. Yeah. Only venue staff remembers this. Place, so. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But,
can't. I couldn't see a lot of crossover. That would be unexpected. But you never know.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
man, I mean, that could be the next big thing in the scene, just being that bridge, you know, bridging that gap between the scene, and you get a progressive metal and just a death metal, and then you put some post-hardcore there in the middle. Maybe you can make a cake, right? You know, everybody's happy.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've played together before. It's the most exhausting day of my life.
Marathon man, dude, you're the Iron Man.
Yeah. That's what
We're
they call
doing
me.
it again too at Mano Occulta here. The solstice show.
Yes, the
We're
soul.
doing it again.
Yeah,
Oh shit, you're doubling down again? That's
I am. And it would have been under a lot better circumstances. I'm not gonna be here to bitch, but are we actually?
Yeah, we just found out today.
Tell him, Trav, tell him, Trav.
Unfortunate. Yeah, the band that we reading the whole show was set up had to bail for whatever reason. I don't know, but yeah, it kind of sucks.
It's funny because it's not the first time. It's literally the last time we played both Aldrin's bands together, the headlining band dropped as well. So it's just kind of ironic.
Yeah.
Cursed we are.
It's just these goddamn hands, man.
I mean, we know we are for sure.
Yeah,
They're
right.
cursed. I mean, there you go. You have a mission statement with the band. These cursed hands are going to keep bringing you, hopefully, I would say, better days. I mean, where you don't have bands dropping out. But I mean, you guys are able to salvage what you can, and
Yeah.
the show must go on as always.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, it'll still be good. Like, we'll make it fun. Always do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's what's up.
mhm.
So, I don't want to leave out our boy Sam. I know that you started out in SoCal and now you've moved out to Oregon. Can you tell me what like your experiences in the music scene and kind of transitioning from one scene to the next?
Yeah, so first off, I didn't move here. I was shipped in a box and I just
Oh,
moved
okay.
here on their lawn. So
That sounds lore friendly.
yeah, it was wild. I woke up, it was raining, my box was soggy. Aldrin came out with a crowbar. He said, "Hey guy, I'm gonna take you in," and that's how I ended up here. No, it's been pretty wild. I just really got to like see shows through going to Champaign and going to a lot of hand shows too, which is like wild, seeing the diversity in the different shows and the different genres. Visiting a few of the venues. I haven't really like explored a lot of the rap out here, but it's been pretty cool to just experience how the scenes work out here. It's a very artistic like city where everything is over here too. Very weird, very Wild West. I like it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome, dude. And I'm glad to see that you're still, you know, thriving and connecting with your art, because you have a form of expression that is needed in this world, and to see you still do it, it's always cool by me, man.
Trying, man. Trying every fucking day.
Didn't you put out an album this year or last year, technically?
Oh yeah, I was this year.
Was it this year?
Actually. Was it this
I
year?
don't know.
Oh no, wait. I'm losing track of my release times. Oh no, it was,
What's the
it
name
was
of the
this
album,
year.
bro?
Colt Your came out in January 13th. I do remember it coming out this year. There we go.
Okay.
9 tracks. Yeah, it was being worked on while I was living in Cali. Some songs were done like way earlier before I even thought to have a concept for an album. Then I went to Mexico, went to this art museum, experienced a bit of life, and shit just kind of started flowing together. And it was like, yeah, we can do another album. So
Oh yeah.
kind of came together nicely, naturally.
Having lived in Mexico, I get it. You know, there's just something in the water out there that
Right.
awakens you.
Have a few drinks, meet a few people, do a few dances, get a little tequila in you. It'll change you.
Heck yeah.
Sam can finally roll as ours. It's crazy.
Nice. Now, Sasha, I know that you're transitioning from. I know Sea Trees. You and Von Aldrin worked together originally, and then you went with Osiria, and you were kind of doing your own thing as the solo Soul Singer, and then now you're back in Vampire Champagne. Can you compare your experiences from going to like kind of like leading your own vehicle when you were in Osiria in San Diego to Vampire Champagne? Did you kind of miss that dynamic you guys had in Sea of Trees?
It was definitely hard, like starting from scratch. New people, new scene, new everything. Like I said, I just saw Kevin yesterday, so it's a different connection. I feel like we're still making it and still coming together and finding out like how we all like fit together musically and like friendship connection wise, and it really can make a difference in where we go. I do miss Osiria. I miss some of my friends from Sea of Trees. It's history, right? And it makes you who you are. So yeah, there's a lot of big differences, but it's welcome.
That's what's up. And I like where you guys are going with Vampire Champagne. I kind of feel like
Where
it's
are we
kind of
going,
like an
Ryan?
amalgamation.
Yeah, that's a good word. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all the tools and tricks of the trade you guys picked up over the years. You're like, you know what? Just put it in the blender, man, and let's just bring it all out. And you guys are operating at like, top of the line right now. I feel like you guys are firing on all cylinders, and it's good to see. And I'm glad this album's coming out. And you guys got it coming. These Cursed Hands, you guys just released a record last year. You guys are working on a new one.
Let them know, Wes.
Yeah, that's right. I think we're looking to drop another EP sometime in September of this year. And then I think we're already gearing up for EP number 3 sometime in the early part of next year.
Nice. It's a healthy release schedule. I think it's very key in like the modern like Spotify algorithm world. You guys kind of have to keep on dropping singles and like lead them up to these EPs and kind of just try to keep people engaged. How do you guys navigate that? Like the online compared to like the local shows?
I think, to be honest, at the moment, I think we're mostly focused on just getting as much content out there as is humanly possible. You know what I mean? And that's why I think to be honest, I don't know if this next EP, if we're going to have time to like properly single everything out ahead of time. I think the reality is we're just probably going to drop it in September and be like, here you are, see our majesty. Like, but I think, probably the one that we do next year, I think we might be a little more, measured in its release. But I think, the big thing that we're noticing at the moment is that it's really hard to get engagement from shows if there's nothing for people to see afterwards. You know what I mean? Like they see you, and then they go on whatever their streaming apps, or they go on YouTube or whatever, and they're looking for content, right? Like they're looking for stuff to add to their playlist. They're looking to check you out. And if there's nothing for them to find, then they just kind of like, oh, okay. And then they move on to the next band. You know what I mean?
No, I get that 100%. That's good observation. You kind of just realizing like, well, we played that great show and we didn't have that EP out yet. So what were they supposed to latch on to? Dang. Hopefully they remember us in a year. But with this new content coming, and I mean, I just was seeing clips from you guys' new music video, the quality of your last music video, and just kind of like going from Medusa Stare, which was kind of just like a lyric video with some cool little bit of animation. It's awesome to see the evolution in Vampire Champagne. And then with These Cursed Hands, you guys gonna do something similar, like music videos for this new EP?
We're definitely talking about it.
Nice.
Yeah, we've been talking about it. I think we need to,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we have no plans yet.
Do it.
Any
We
chance we
definitely-
get? Oh, go ahead. No, Wes, that's you, bro.
No, I was just gonna say we definitely need more visual content. I'm not gonna lie, we do not have even remotely the social media game that VampChamp has. Like we do not put out nearly as much like entertaining content. We are not good at that. Like
Join us.
No,
Join
I'm
us.
not worthy.
Join.
Meme fucking Mondays though, dude. Like those have been. Travis, you have been doing the most.
Those have been like our most
Bread and butter right there.
positive. Yeah. At least they're all metal related. It's about the only tie-in.
Right.
Fucking good ass memes too.
Memes
we-
can take you places, man. You never
Yeah.
know. You never
Hey.
know who will look at a meme and laugh at it. And
It's true.
You know what? I'm gonna go check out this band because
Like,
You know,
I
You,
tried.
you laugh. We opened for a band called Two Shadows that got started entirely because they did this like goths in weird places thing. So like the dudes in Two Shadows dress super goth and will just go to like bizarre places like the zoo and just like take pictures of themselves being goth at the zoo. And it was like a meme, you know what I mean? And it was part of what like launched them to success. So they definitely can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I just need to get on that 1,000 decent memes board, dog. You know.
I mean that 1,000 decent memes was a fun learning experience. I think.
I don't know how
that
you slept. Is what
I 400
Oh,
and
but,
something memes in like 2-3 days. Yeah, I was getting short sleep, but it was worth it because we got a cool album, and then you got another album, and I got 2 interviews out of it, which I think were pretty cool and
Yep.
awesome.
Memes make the dreams happen, dude.
Sometimes, and I think they've fostered some good friendships and some good experiences, and I can just think back on some good memes and just think of good times.
Yeah. My whole life's a meme.
Why don't we just turn you into a meme? I mean, should really be the goal for both bands.
Man, y'all should just meme me more. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, I'll be the fucking butt of everybody's joke. I already
Just-
am.
Just get footage of Von Aldrin on stage running around and just be like, you just caption the video. Our singer was attacked by bees. Here's footage.
Dude, you just got to go with that 2 personalities thing. Keep going with that. More of that.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Cheetah Aldrin versus all black edgelord Aldrin. For sure.
All black edgelord Aldrin needs to be like a reoccurring villain.
But then fucking button up Aldrin. What is he?
He's
like?
Chester Cheetah Aldrin, man. I'm telling you. It ain't easy being cheesy.
It ain't
Aldrin.
easy.
Cheesy Aldrin.
Yeah. Fucking I don't know. I just do stupid shit for all of our bands. I don't know whether or not they appreciate it or if it's just like, dude, why are you posting this shit? But
It's always entertaining at very least.
yeah, at least.
Hey man, as long as good intentions are behind it and good times are had, I think,
Never good intentions.
never. It's like I only have the worst intentions in mind. I need them to be at their baddest.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What should I meme next, Ryan?
I don't know, man. Like,
You're the meme king. Teach me to meme.
fuck, dude. That's the hardest pressure to have. That people think that I'm a meme king, because then it's like he's got to be funny at all times, and at times like these, I get worried that I just don't got what it takes, man. I ain't got it. I ain't got no memes. I mean, what do, man? I get in fights with Ronnie Radke, and I get turned into a fucking penguin, and then I sell T-shirts about it. It's just
Whatever works.
Yeah, no, that's
what you do.
Pure
though.
art.
You take the salt and you make it in the sugar. Like that's,
Yeah.
Ronnie's
I think-
completely ready to fight with everybody on the internet.
Yeah, all you have to do is say something that just tickles his fancy, and he'll get upset. And it's all that happened with that day is I got a lot of foot traffic, and I just shared every homie's band on my story, and I got like 1,000 views on like my whole stories, and I just spread that love, and I was just like, maybe hopefully everybody just gets something out of this. But
Did you miss the wave of beefing with Trapped?
no, I was there.
I saw
Bro,
I saw the beef.
No, I was there. I was in pandemic. We're all trapped.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing that the trap guy did was he was talking crap to somebody, and then Anthony Green inserted himself into the conversation, was kind of just like, what are you doing, dude? Like this, you're losing respect for your fan, all this. And trap guy like literally saw Anthony Green. He's like, oh, it's Sai Sun. Thing 7 years. And I was just like, dude, that's fucking funny as fuck. I was just like, wow. as shitty as a person he is, he has good enough music taste to know what 7 years is. So I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Good times.
I think that's just kind of like that thing. Like, you're on this scale, and you can either be the world's most meme man and hated for it, like Trap Guy, and get nothing for it, you know, because you kind of see their empty arenas, and then you see Ronnie Radke, and he's got full arenas. So I guess there's just a crossover. Maybe you need to have one more than like a one-hit wonder or something. I don't know.
I think just being bigoted is the way to get big, I guess.
Oh.
We get the big we put the big and bigoted, dude.
Controversy.
I don't know.
No,
Unfortunately,
wait.
I think there's a certain, you know, sect of society that kind of just that needs a
Thrives.
spokesperson for that. And that's just
Yeah.
kind of unfortunate that people need to, you know, have a spokesperson for their hate. And that's not us. We're all about love here, man. We love.
That's right. And that's why we're still playing local shows.
Stop, bro.
I'm just kidding.
That's the exact reason. Because the love. It's all the love.
Yeah. Spread hate.
That's it. Starting today, I'm a bigot.
Oh man. This is great. This episode's gonna go far, man.
No, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Can we start calling you Bigot Boy Sam?
Yes.
Bigot
Yes, you
boy
may.
Sam.
Yes, you may.
Yes.
No, it rings off the tongue very well.
Oh man, how do we wash the taste of it out of our mouth? I guess we should just go around the table and tell everybody how we got into the instrument that we play for our project.
All right. Starting with Alex, go.
Yeah. No, I actually started as a classical guitarist. That's still mainly my thing. But I got here by way of ska music, so
What?
could I be any like weirder with my instrument, right?
We're skanking.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I grew up in Jersey, so Streetlight Manifesto was like the hometown hero. Punk AF, you know, that big was it the Barry sax? Hell yeah. That's my biggest inspiration. All those horns.
Horns
See
are
if-
pretty sick in ska, I gotta say.
Oh, they're the one thing that makes it worth it. If anything.
Did you have any checkered Vans or a what's that hat? Never
Scally cap.
Oh, the fedora. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't, but the horn section coordinated when we played live. They all had the Vans and fedoras. They had to go. So.
They doubled down.
Yeah.
Nice.
They had to pick it up, dude. They had to pick it up.
Exactly. I know. I was dropping the ball. It was my bad.
So, can you answer us this question? Do ska bands live off mozzarella sticks?
And Dino Nuggies.
There you go.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's me.
What about you, Kyle?
Let's see. I grew up in Alaska and there was nothing to do up there, like nothing. So, you know, I was probably in like 8th grade or so. I was like got an acoustic guitar and I was like, oh, this is fun. Took a guitar class in high school. Then I just started going to a bunch of local shows and looked fun. I was like, you know what, I want to do this. So I just like sat in my room and played Coheed and Cambria riffs and tried to sing like for like 2 or 3 years. Eventually I was like, okay, I'm gonna start a band now. That's pretty much it. That's my story.
Shout out throwing away thoughts though.
Yeah, my old band.
Yeah.
Did you sing in that old band, Kyle?
I did.
Oh, crazy! I never knew that.
Yeah, check it out. No.
Kyle's like, please
Oh,
don't.
shit.
Like, please do, but also please don't. Like,
Is that the entirety of your backstory? Is that your
I
anime?
mean, yeah, I mean,
villain arc?
there's a whole other thing. You can listen to that podcast is coming out soon, but I won't go over the whole story.
Shouts out other
Shout out the
podcasts.
podcast, man. People are gonna want to know. They need to know where to go to find this.
Right,
deep dive.
yes. Mustard and
that
Ketchup podcast. It will be out probably next month sometime. find it on Facebook. My friends in Noise Brigade. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Local Portland band, also from Alaska. Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Can't wait
man.
to dig into your backstory more. As if I don't know already.
Way to make that sound super creepy, Aldrin.
Can't wait to dig into your backstory more.
Oh no.
Yeah, lore. Gotta have that lore.
All right,
Alright, who's next?
Wes?
Me? Yeah,
You're just
okay.
you're just going across the screen here, huh?
So my first instrument, so I grew up in Hawaii. So my first instrument is actually, I think I still have it.
Oh shit.
Oh,
He disappeared into the into the
That's
void
your
to
album
get it.
art,
Oh
dude.
A
no!
little ukulele.
Oh, somewhere over the rainbow.
Play Free Bird. Play Free
So
Bird.
I was raised first on ukulele. And then I got my first guitar when I was 6. And hated it. I fucking hated it. My parents like made me take lessons, and I was very glad that they made me take lessons, because then in middle school I started getting really into punk rock, and I really enjoyed having my guitar. But I transitioned from punk and played mostly jazz and funk through most of my 20s, and kind of got back. Metal has always been like a thing that I've been like into, but didn't really play a lot of, except kind of on my own. And then when I was gearing up to move to Portland, I was like, fuck all this funk stuff. I'm gonna play some nasty metal. I'm gonna start a nasty metal band when I move here. Like, I knew that the Portland metal scene was decent, so I was like, let's do this. Coming from Boston, it was like, yeah, let's make this happen.
Very nice. Yeah. Mr. Sleppy.
Okay, yeah. So I started playing guitar whenever I was like 12. I dabbled with like brass instruments and stuff like that in the school band since like 4th grade. But I took lessons as like in classical guitar. I didn't like it too much. Like I'd have like my assignments of stuff to go and practice, and I'd go home and play like Lamb of God riffs instead of the classical riffs.
On a classical.
And then yeah, no, I had an electric guitar at the
Oh.
time. A little Fender Stratocaster, like a real, or not a Fender, what's the cheap model? The Squire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Squire Stratocaster. And then played in a couple bands in high school with friends of mine. We still make music together totally remotely. This band called At the Graves. It's just like progressive death metal. And then I moved out here to Portland, and I had never really taken bass that seriously before. It was always just kind of like okay, I finished tracking guitars. Ah, shit, now I got to do bass. So then it was always like an afterthought. And then this project is the first time that I've actually been able to like devote my attention to it and try to do it well. And yeah, that's about it.
You make me so mad, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, this is my first project where I'm taking bass seriously. Okay. Yeah, for sure, dude. That's fucking crazy.
Seriously.
I did not know that
Especially at
until
the
like
level that
right
you
now.
play. Like, that's wild, dude.
Yeah. You're so
We're
good
we're learning
Nah.
today. We're learning.
and humble.
These fucking prodigies, I swear.
Yeah.
I swear.
All right, Mr. Cody.
Yeah. What I do? I played drums since I think I was like 16. I got my first drum set. My dad, I always have really good memories. My dad played a lot of guitar. Remember I think it was like Saturday nights, like as long as I can remember. So my dad getting a margarita and playing guitar to like surf rock and like Black Sabbath and AC/DC, all that stuff. And I think he wanted me to play guitar originally and tried to get me to play. And my brother played guitar. And I don't know why I didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't pick up on it. But I got drums. Yeah, it just didn't connect in my brain. And it's kind of better, really, because when I got a drum set, me and my dad could jam and play. Like having guitar and drum combo was great. And my best friend got a guitar, and my brother, we'd all play and jam. Had a high school band. Then I was playing in bands in San Jose, random bands. Did some turntable DJ stuff for a while for fun, and that didn't really go anywhere. But doing like freestyle, I didn't freestyle, but with my homies, and then I got back into drums more, doing like metal and like other hard rock and stuff like that. And I've been in a couple bands since I moved to Portland, and was in a band before I left San Jose with good friends, and then I've been in a couple bands here and keep doing our thing.
Freaking Skrillex over here, man. He's done everything.
I didn't know you DJ'd. What the fuck? That's wild.
I did it for
Well,
fun.
Aldrin, have you talked to these people?
No, I see them once a week. We jam and then we leave. That's it. We don't talk about it. Personal shit at all.
Just highs and
Yeah,
buys.
not even. We walk into the room, lock eyes, play a note. We're like,
Boom.
all right, that's the one. Now we just keep it going.
Yo, Trav, can you get my wedding covered for me?
Dude, I got you. I've done a couple weddings.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DJ Trav.
I did like turntablism, like with friends that would freestyle, but then I had friends who really wanted somebody to do their I mean, I just did it for fun.
That's so wild, man.
Yo.
I wouldn't have seen that coming.
Yeah, it's weird.
A
Looking back.
man of many, 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 many talents. So
Yeah, I
you
quit.
you just got all the most talented people in the world in your bands, Von Aldrin. Very good.
I try, you know. I have a very what's the word? Never mind. I had something funny, but it's gone now.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm not a stand-up comedian.
We got it.
See, it's hard, right? Right? You put the pressure on yourself. You sit there and the world's
don't-
judging you.
I'd only get up to 10 decent memes, I feel.
That's your limit. At 10, you're just like, all right.
All right. All right, that's enough funnies for the day.
I think that's what the greatest thing about that was is they put that word decent in there. So it was kind of just like maybe it doesn't have to be like really funny. It just has to be decent.
All right.
Like it
Yeah.
took me a couple minutes to make, you know?
If it makes
Because as long as it invokes a tiny chuckle.
Or a huh.
The courtesy. Huh.
If it's just absurd enough of a reference, you know, like why is Suezo from Monster Rancher in this meme? I don't know. It made me chuckle because I miss Suezo.
Dude, what a fucking throwback. Anyway.
Dude, grab some pop culture stuff or something. That's the easiest way, it seems like.
Right.
Uh-huh. Just slap a face on it. All right, Mr. Malay. What you got?
I started drums when picked up drums when I was probably like 10 or 11. It was just kind of the coolest instrument to play in band class. So started that, learning the snare drum, and so got into like middle school. I had to learn how to do like the whole drum set. So started picking that up, and the time I was into more like classic rock like AC/DC and Led Zeppelin and stuff. And then I got into like radio heavy rock when I entered like my broody teenage, and started getting into like that's like just the radio bullshit. And then a friend showed me like Norma Jean and Under Oath and the Chariot, and I was like, that's what I want to do, and started just learning those songs and learning how to play fast and hard, and kind of just stuck with it. Kind of became my style. Then I had some friends I jammed with in high school, but then going into college, I started to try to like put together real bands and start playing shows, and had a few decent ones. Did a few little tours and put out some little albums and stuff, which was cool. And then my wife and I moved down here to Portland for work, and I saw Sasha and Aldrin's Craigslist post. So I was like, I want to find a band down here.
Shout out to the list of Craig.
Hey, we should be thanking Craigslist for a whole lot of
We should owe them royalties or something.
We get our grant.
I'd like
Shout
to
out
thank
to Craigslist.
Craigslist be solving issues, man.
Yeah. It's not as good as it used to be though.
Still got
Nah,
the countered though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bots these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thoughts and thoughts. That's
Yeah.
how you get.
They don't even have thoughts anymore. They got rid of the classifieds. Fuck.
They did, huh?
Yeah. So
No
we're
more.
Rest
trying-
in peace.
It's just bots and bots, dude. AI is taking over. All right. Samuel?
Oh, it's gonna be me.
Yeah.
That's how we're doing this. All
Mhm.
right, no, I don't care. It's fine. I played the potato and the skin flute since I was about 6. No, fucking seriously talking though. I did like screams first in bands since like probably 10th grade to like 2010, 2009-ish.
Why do you even need me?
I mean, I wasn't like great at it, you know. It was just like, oh, I didn't think I could sing at the fucking time. Like, I thought I was actually really trash at singing, so I got into screaming first. I was in like a metalcore / System of a Down cover band for a while,
What?
which was really fun. It was cool until you're like, I want to do original shit. I don't just want to be the system kid. I want to do original shit. So I was just trying to do like more and more. Joined a few other bands then and there, tried out for some other bands, and that failed. Then I tried to do like some alternative and grunge stuff, and you know that worked until it didn't. That wasn't until like Swim Gustavo that I started really starting to get into like cleans, like really taking the cleans seriously. I think halfway through that is when I started to rap due to depression. That kind of helps out. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to have to like just have to rely on people like to do their instrumentation to catch up on stuff. Sometimes you're feeling away and you just like, I need to say something now. And I was like, well, I never tried rap. The worst thing that happens is I suck at it and I never try it again. And I'm still doing it. So, I mean, I must not be that trash at it. So, but yeah, I started off doing that to like Polyphia beats and just random beats I would find until eventually I linked up with like Brutal Jeff. And I've known him since like high school. Shout out Brutal Jeff. I've known him since like fucking high school. And he's one of the sickest like metalhead drummers I know. He's also like a really fire DJ and he can just happen to like produce. Now he's like doing everything, metal covers and all this shit. You should check him out on IG if you don't already. He's really fucking phenomenal. I repost him sometimes. But yeah, I started doing more rap with him and he kept pushing me. Then I met Shaka and he really kept pushing me. And it was about the time I would say like 3/4 of the way with Swim, I started to really try to like push myself to sing better and not be like trash. And it also helped that Shaka was in the band and that Mac's dad was like a really good vocal coach. So I had like little to no training before him. And yeah, he really just like put me on to like how to breathe properly, which makes all the difference as a vocalist, and how to just not use your throat all the time. So yeah, that's pretty much about like all the history that I can really give.
You skipped the fact that Rainbow Road was so sick.
Dude, that song is like hotness.
Seriously.
If I recall correctly, I think that's your guys' top plate, so like the top plate song on the Swim Gustavo page. But that song, that music video that came out, that shit's still fire. To this day, you blended the best elements of yourself, Sim. You just had singing, you're rapping. It was just keep doing that. Do that again.
Have I ever
Von
showed
Aldrin's right there. Look, unnamed third band.
Name third band, baby.
Shit. Have I ever showed you where the rap part came from, Ryan? No?
We probably maybe talked about it, but
I'm gonna send it to
2019 and 2020 are so far away.
Right.
I might
listen,
have forgotten.
I'll
But we're
send
on
it
an
to you, bro.
episode, so please tell me.
I'll send it to you, bro. I'll send it to you so you can know, and you can probably make a post or use it as like a promo. I don't go fuck, but I'll send it to you, dude. It was written like way before the Rainbow Road song came out, and then we were in studio, and they were like, "You should do it." Actually, I think it was you, Aldrin, who actually pushed me to like do it a bit, because yeah, I wasn't feeling it at first, and then he said to do it, and then it came together really nicely. So thank this guy, if anything, because I don't think I would have done it at first.
Rap is neat,
Yeah. So
you know.
It's a sick song, and I'm pretty sure having all the Mario stuff in the music video also just helps it too. And
Oh yeah, that
Oh
was
yeah,
fun.
dude, that was
That-
all this guy.
That was
too.
fun. I slave away on the video editing for that band,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, hey,
Wow.
shout out, because like,
All the music video stuff.
yeah, he did the lyric video for Medusa Stare and Decay Metamorphosis. You know, once again, album coming out this Friday, but you already know.
Yeah.
You need music video shit done for you. That's your guy.
Yeah.
So,
Lyric
Yeah.
video shit, I got you.
yeah. He
Hit him
makes
up.
the
He's
words. Yeah,
got quality work.
Yep,
fucking love it. All right, me or you?
that's me.
All right.
Hi, I'm Sasha.
Hi,
Uh,
Sasha.
I'm a post-hardcore vocalist.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I got started back in elementary school. I was singing all the time. I was in a few different music classes. From there, I did choir, middle school, high school, college. In high school, I was in a few bands. I discovered more like scene music, probably like my freshman year. Really got into the used for a long time, MCR. That really like drove my direction. I took a break for a little bit, joined Atris, and then from there that led to Sea of Trees, and that led to Assyria, and that led to where we're at now. So that's my history.
Yeah. That's a fine, rich history.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Succinct. It was very succinct. You know, it was all very to the point.
Yeah.
I've been here before.
I've said
I've
I've
done
said
a few
things.
interviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
But we're on
yeah.
this one right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything really like sticks out, I think me and Aldrin getting together, like finding someone that you work so well with vocally, especially when it is like screaming and singing, it's hard to find. I've been with other screamers before and it didn't work, and me and Aldrin just clicked. So yeah,
We
Okay.
clicked.
Better love story than Twilight.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
Very big vocal.
Wait, what'd you say? All right. Where do I start with this?
From birth.
Oh, all right.
I
no.
came out the womb
I-
When
screaming.
he came
Came
out
Yeah, so January 18th, 1995. I ripped my way out into the world. And that's it. All history from there, baby. That's it. No,
Hope we can isolate that and send it to your mom.
No. So I'm just gonna start with the screaming part, because like y'all don't need to know my whole musical background. But fucking I started screaming in middle school, 6th grade to be exact, because my family I was raised like hella religious, dude, like stupidly. So like we go to church every Sunday, and there were some like real cool scene kids that went to my church, right? And they showed me fucking all these cool ass bands like the Devil Wears Prada and As They Lay Dying and Under Oath and all those bands. And I was just like, damn, dude, like this sounds so fucking cool for how religious it is. Like I can love God and still scream into the sky in agony. All right, we're good. But then, so like I went to secular public school, right? So I'd play all that shit, just walking around, and then like all the fucking hardcore, post-hardcore kids that went to my school, they would listen to my stuff. They're like, what do you jam? And I'm like, oh, the Devil Wears Prada and As They Lay Dying. And they're like, yeah, that's fucking cool, dude. But have you ever fucking heard like this shit? And they put like Bring Me the Horizon back when they were like a deathcore band on, the Acacia Strain, fucking all these other like stupidly ridiculous bands. And yeah, I just wanted to learn how to scream from there, but I was doing that like in my own like private time. I never like was telling everybody like, oh yeah, I'm fucking learning how to do this shit. I think it's so fucking cool. No, I was just like, okay, I wanna learn how to do that just for shits and giggles, right? And then as I got older, fucking sophomore year to be exact. I went to my very first show, and I went to go see it was weird. So there's a venue down in San Diego called Soma, and there were two tours that happened to hit San Diego at the same time. And Soma has a side stage and a main stage, and they just shifted between both stages. And I got to see I Wrestled a Bear once, Of Mice and Men, Just Like Vinyl, which was like Thomas Eric's other band. Who else? There was a lot of bands that night, dude. It was crazy. But the one band that I saw that like basically changed everything was Redacted. So Dance Gavin Dance. So so I got to see
Sounds
Dance
like
Gavin Dance.
redacted.
And what's wrong, Ryan? Say something, bro.
Nothing. I just had a redacted dance redacted on the show. I had Andrew Wells. Whatever do you mean?
That hey, listen. Look, it's all love. All right. I
It's all
love
love, man.
Yeah. Anyway, I got into fucking DGD after that, and around I think it's either my junior or senior year of high school, my best friend Tyler uh wanted to start a band with me, so we made a fucking like for lack of a better term, like ska core band. It was like a post-hardcore band with a bunch of horns in it, which is it was a really cool concept. But it was 9 members in a band that we just never got in the same room at the same time ever, like ever. But anyway, like so we're writing this song. I think I uploaded it on my YouTube, but like it's a song called Schmitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen. And that shit didn't help like anything because the band name itself was Big Meaty Claws. So we're just SpongeBob references upon SpongeBob references, right?
I remember you showing me that. That was fire.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, dude, I made that shit in high school, man. It's so weird looking back at that, but like that song specifically like shaped my entire like vocal style because the Devil Wears Prada was like my favorite fucking band of all time. But I was realizing that screaming like Mike in the Devil Wears Prada is not the healthiest or most proper technique. And I'd find myself like fucking up my voice after practices with Big Meaty Claws. So Tyler was like, hey man, like you should do this, this, and this to like help your voice out more. Like, who do you really want to sound like? And going back to the whole DGD thing, like I really loved how John Mess used to sound, dude. So like he helped me like pretty much try to figure out how to do that in my own way. And ever since I started doing all this music stuff with like actual bands, as I moved on from band to band, it's been evolving like constantly. Like you go back from Big Vinny Claus to Atris to Sea of Trees to Swim Gustavo to now These Cursed Hands and Vampire Champagne, and you could hear like a stifling difference with every fucking release I did. Yeah, and it's I mean I have to say like at this point now, like it's stupid how much I'm able to fucking do with my vocals because of the differences between both bands at this point. Like I'm just doing it all now, man. I don't give a fuck. It's just gutturals and vocal fries all over the place now. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Nothing wrong with that,
Yeah.
because John Mess, one of his influences is James Munoz of The Bled. And that's one of my influences, and that's just I think that's probably why we get along, Von
Yeah,
Aldrin, because
I
we have a common scream, where you just hear that guttural, and it's just like you look at what they're doing, and you're just like, damn, he's good. I like him.
You are quite magnificent, my friend.
Nowhere near the Von Aldrin level. You're able to syncopate and chop up and just deliver at like buzzsaw speeds, man. You're an inspiration to me always.
Oh, thank you.
You're like the Sonic the Hedgehog of screamo guys, man. You're
Dude.
quick as fuck.
See, the trick is you just talk really fast in like your everyday life, and then It just all fucking comes out when you scream.
You throw a little distortion on it, and you're good.
You're like Donnie from the Thornberries. Just
Yeah, exactly. So
There it goes.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's all the way around the table. We all just talked about how we got in. It started with our instruments. I guess
You know
our
what
next.
me and Alex did forget to talk about is how we got into specifically our 8-string guitars.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
'Cause,
So-
you know, that's something that's kind of new to the Vamp Champ
mean,
band, right?
Yeah, to be fair, it's basically its own instrument. Just a regular guitar. It's almost a harp.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, so you know, I used to listen to, you know, like Animals as Leaders, and that stuff always blew my mind. I was just like, how can you play the tapping and all the strings and everything? And then I started getting into like Periphery and, you know, Veil of Maya and that kind of stuff. And they play on a 7-string. You know, I always played nothing but drop D my entire life. Like that was it, standard drop D. But I was planning on getting a 7-string for a while, and then randomly I went to this music shop at my hometown, and they just had like an 8-string up on the wall, and I was like, you know what? It's like fucking $200. I'm gonna buy it and just mess around with this thing. And that was history for me. I was like, this was so much fun. I can't go back.
Hell yeah.
The gent guy.
How about you, Alex? When did you
With the
try
eight
the
string?
8-string?
Oh, I mean, I was obsessed with animals as leaders back when I was in school. So of course that's how I got into it. I just think the funny thing is when we first wrote Medusa's Stare, I even to this day, I don't even play on the 6th string. It's just the first 5, and I'm doing like some jazz chords. So I'm just trying to remember how I got dragged into playing only an 8-string guitar in the band. But
Yeah,
I mean,
I think this band, Vampire Champagne, did start off originally intending to be only a 6-string guitar band,
yeah.
but probably my fault.
Oh, it's great. Totally worth it. Gives us a unique sound for sure.
Just like that.
What tuning do you guys play in? You guys, like,
We
drop
play
some
in
shit like
drop
that?
E.
Yeah.
Drop E.
Yeah, a whole octave below standard. And I even pitch shift down to double drop D once in a while because, you know, why not?
It's just not low enough.
Kind of crazy to think that like that gent sound wouldn't be here without bands like Korn and Nickelback.
Right.
The OGs.
And trapped.
Right. To be fair, I did go back and listen to some Korn, and I was like, oh, this is like the first gent band. Just like I didn't realize that at the time, you know, but it really is.
Right? They didn't just invent new metal, man. No, they invented freaking gent too. It's
The
crazy to think
pioneers
about,
of
really.
gent.
It's kind of just like, and then you think about like Nickelback, I think was probably more mainstream than Korn ever was, and they were like playing some genty ass riffs, and they were like, look.
I'd like to give the credit to Deftones, you know.
We all would, but unfortunately, Nickelback reigns supreme in everyone's heart. I'm just kidding.
Nickel
I
Jet.
can't, bro. I can't.
Gentleback. Oh.
Nickel Tones is my favorite band. There's that unnamed third band. There you guys go, Nickel Tones.
I don't know how I feel about Nickel Toes.
There can't be a better band name out there.
We will propose it.
It's a limited time, man. Once this episode airs, there's gonna be somebody racing to the copyright. They're gonna trademark it.
The LLC is locked, bro. I'm on LegalZoom right now.
I got you with that notary.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
But I guess talking about bands, like, you know, that kind of influence that sound, I guess we could go into musical influences since Von Aldrin kind of like touched on that with his redacted speech. But
Bigoted
I
boy
feel
Sam.
like with your I feel like that was more like, oh, this inspired me to start screaming. But with your current music that you guys are making, what were some songs that you guys were listening to? If you want to go around the table, kind of shout out some homie bands maybe, or maybe just, you know, you're digging on something new that you feel like people haven't listened to yet.
Who are we starting out in the circle?
Can we go backwards?
Do I go backwards now? Okay.
Yeah, go backwards
Alright.
Start
now.
with
Well,
skills
okay.
redacted.
Okay, I have to say that as of like recently, since I've been in these cursed hands, there has been like one very inspiring local band for me vocally. Um, there's a band called Four Dead Seasons out here, and their vocalist is
Yeah.
just such a fucking killer. His name's Aaron. Like, shouts out, man. You are fucking the bee's knees. And I think with these next two releases that we're going for, Aaron taught me a couple of new techniques for my vocals that I am definitely going to utilize moving forward, especially in these cursed hands. Maybe in Vampire Champagne, but we'll see. Not a lot of room for tunnel screams in Vampire Champagne. But who else? Oh, wait, what the fuck was that? Hold on, Ryan.
GoPro.
Oh, you're right. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh Christ. Okay. Yeah. Edit this part out.
No.
Anyway.
This is the best part, dude. This is the meme.
Yeah.
Blooper reel.
This
Yeah.
was when it began.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. So fucking obviously right now my biggest three bands that I really fuck with right now are Lorna Shore, because Will is obviously like top tier fucking just a beast. I'm learning goblin screens from that motherfucker. I'm learning a whole lot of just tapping into my fucking like real deathcore vibes.
Goblins, velociraptors,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also with the new hands, and I guess with the new Vampire Champagne release too, I've been tapping into some clean vocals. And I'd like to say I'm inspired a little bit by Sleep Token, but I'm not that fucking good. So I don't know yet. But a lot of the stuff I'm doing in these cursed hands, I'm taking a lot of inspiration from like Korn and like Marilyn Manson and shit like that. It's very bizarre
You're Manson
stuff. I don't
fan?
really like dive into too much this day and age, but you know, I got to go back to the roots, you know. And then for Vampire Champagne, um, that one is just like it's my biggest fucking probably still a lot like Birds till this day. Like just like lyric wise and vocal wise, like I'm striving, baby. I'm striving for all of that. So yeah,
Shout
big
out.
shout
Shout
out.
out a lot like Birds playing some shows this year, and the homie Kurt Travis, who I guess we should just let everybody know Von Aldrin's been on stage with Kurt Travis more than once screaming.
Yep, that's high.
Uh,
Yeah.
There's video out there, man. I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen
Seen
it.
it.
You guys
Yeah.
are undeclared besties for sure.
Undeclared.
Like he won't say it, but we know.
We've never.
He's been on this show, and he was on the Demo Team podcast a couple times. So yeah, Kurt's cool people, and definitely go listen to anything he was in, because I think Pushover is probably one of my favorite. But
Dude, same, bro. Okay, see, we were just talking about this the other day.
we, I last time I did photos for Thomas Eric, and the last time I saw Kurt was like, I think he played with Craig Owens. It's like literally like, because I have a pushover hoodie, it's literally the only thing I ask either of them every time I see him, and they're always like, "It's coming, maybe."
Mhm. Yeah,
But when?
yeah, that's all I want, man. Just give me like more than 5 tracks, and we're solid.
I need to be able to feed
Yeah.
and then have to wait for the next thing to.
And he did a lot with Gold Necklace, so now it's like that was amazing. So then let's get some pushover. Like he needs to feed those different
Yeah.
monsters inside Kurt Travis.
All right, now it's your turn though.
Currently, what am I listening to? That's a tough one. I've been diving into more like neo soul and like dark pop. And then I mean post hardcore wise, I'm really digging Hill the Sun's new album. Yeah, I mean I get stuck on like King Mala, so it's just like a dark pop artist.
Who else?
I don't know.
Who else you got?
No. It's been weird. I've been doing a lot of throwbacks recently.
She loves Megan the Stallion.
I
Who
do love
doesn't,
Megan Thee
though?
Stallion. Who
Doesn't?
doesn't? No, that new crossover, the crossover track.
Oh, with Spirit Box?
Yeah, with Spirit Box.
Yeah, that shit was fire. I like that.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of where I'm at. Like I've been kind of in that chill spot, throwback spot. I mean, I'll play new stuff whenever, but there's not really something right now where I'm like, dang, I need to shout that out.
Destiny's
Yeah.
Child.
I dig that for the scene though, that we got collaborations like that with Megan the Stallion, Spirit Box. You got Motionless and White at WrestleMania. I mean,
Yep. Oh, dude. what the
That's
fuck was
wild.
that?
I did
That's
not
crazy.
know that.
Right?
What?
they opened for Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's wild.
Uh-huh.
Everyone was minds were blown that Chris Motionless and Rhea Ripley are two different people.
That was like crazy shit. All right.
I guess it's me now, huh? All right. As of late, or like we're just talking about like what influenced the last thing we wrote.
No matter.
It
A
doesn't matter.
little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
All right, I see what you're doing there. All right, so as of late, I want to say I've been listening to a lot of JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown. That especially that recent "Scaring the Hose" album. It's the shit. It's very weird, very out there, very all over the place. I can't say that like it's tied to one genre, even in rap. So it's pretty nice to listen to. I've been listening to a lot of Ezra Williams as well. She's got like this really soothing voice on top of everything she does. Um, been really trying to dive down into the more female vocalists because just really picking up on their tones and how they make everything sound so rich, like Billie Eilish, like I said, Ezra Williams, Sabrina Claudio, a lot of that stuff. Um, Saba, as far as rap goes, as far as like rock and shit, I've been going backwards. So I've been listening to hella Slipknot lately. I've just been on this really big kick for Slipknot. Like I'll be in the middle of cleaning the kitchen at work and I'm just like, all right, Siri, play Opium of the People. And it's just like, let's fucking go. And I'm washing dishes. But yeah, I've just been on that really big kick. Hail the Sun also, his recent album, like Sasha said, was really good. I was falling in love with that song Tithe, which was just like stuck in my head before the show that we recently saw and then after the show. So yeah, for the album that I did not too long ago, I would say it was a lot more homie influences, like Barry Juice. If you don't know him, shout out to Barry Juice. A lot of Shaka D influences as well, and then just other rap stuff that I typically listen to, like Kendrick. Obvious influences, a little bit of Russ because he does a little bit of the mixing of singing and rapping, and yeah, just any other homies that I'm just like, you know what, they're on the playlist. Domino, Eric Dark, all those guys.
Nice.
Domino
Yeah,
from
if you want to live out your Slipknot fantasies, we'll throw some trash cans up on stage next time for you.
Bro, don't do it because
Fucking
then
banging away.
I will be up there.
Get that
Just-
deathcore snare sound, dude.
I was just making a joke about that earlier with this guy over here. So yeah, dude, they've just been like the shit lately, and it's like something about the sound, even like their non-heavy songs like Circle, like their acoustic songs, or Vermilion Part 2. Like love those songs. Vermilion Part 1, like to Vermilion Part 2 taught me like the difference of like you can write the same song with two different perspectives essentially. Like one's like the cycle stalker, where the other one's like, no, I'm deeply in love with this girl and I've lost her kind of shit. But it's just like, bro, like it's the same song, the same hook, just different iterations and perspectives of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Good shit. Shout out Shaka D Cakes. Everyone go listen to him. We must always praise him or he'll beat our ass.
Bend the belt.
Love you, Shaka.
All right, Jake. uh, I've been into like a lot of death wave stuff lately, like Vestron Vulture or the French Police. It's just kind of like gothic EDM synthwave kind of stuff. Listen
I
to
know
like
what you're talking about.
yeah, a lot of that stuff. Just because it doesn't really make me think, so I just kind of vibe with it. So
Yeah.
listen to a lot of that.
I get it. I listen to Ghost, G-O-S-T, and he's dark wave like death. It's like death wave like that, and it's good stuff. I highly recommend.
that stuff, and then I've also been on kind of like a nostalgic kick. I've been listening to a lot of Greeley Estates lately
Nice.
and going over all their old stuff. Yeah, that just kind of been digging like the really nasty, crazy metalcore from back then.
Hell yeah.
Then
The unfortunate thing, because Greeley Estates is from Arizona, and just like the Bled, unfortunately, a lot of people I run into out here have no freaking clue who Greeley Estates is or the Bled, so
Really?
it's just kind of like sad that
it is sad.
it's very sad. It's like, isn't that your hometown band? They're from Arizona. Why don't y'all know who this band is?
To be fair, there's a lot of Arizona bands.
Yeah, that's true. Scary Kids, Scary Kids. You got freaking
Word
Jimmy
Alive.
World.
You know, you got a lot. Too many. Escape the Fate. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ is from Arizona.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Little known fact.
Haven't you read the Book of Mormon, man? Come on.
I've been putting it off. Okay, I've been putting it off.
There's a lot of Mormons out here.
Are there really in Arizona?
Yeah, they're one of their temples, like one of the most world famous temples is out here.
Oh,
Like there in Utah, right?
Yeah, there's that in Utah. Yeah, Utah is Mormon country too.
Nice.
yeah, I go to Utah every year. It's almost like a different world. I swear.
Is it like Amish community out there too, or like what?
I don't know. I'm holding it down.
Like I would imagine it's like Stepford Wives.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's a lot of that too. Yeah.
Nice. So we still going around the table?
We are. It's Travis.
Sure. Oh yeah, shit. I wasn't sure.
Once you're on the
Wasn't
chopping
good.
block, man.
Shit. Shit. Recently, man. Recently a band we played with that fucking blew my mind seeing live was Crypta, and their
Oh
drummer
yeah.
Duana. I can't say her name. The whole band was fucking amazing, but I've been like picking apart her drumming and like so good, so good. Say like for stuff we've been doing, like I'm listening to a lot of Behemoth, um, Black Dahlia Murder, even though like I can't play any of that stuff, but man, that shit just it knocks. And then we should say we've been playing with a lot of hardcore bands for some reason, like the year before, and I've been asking the guys like who do they like, and like I've been listening to more of that, like getting into like beatdown hardcore, just like it's just something new to me. We're playing another show with Great American Ghost, and I'd never heard of them until like 2 weeks ago, and like I think they're sick. I'm into it. I'd say like drumming influences, like old school stuff, like Sepultura. Definitely Igor Cavalera is a big one. Fear Factory, their drummer was a big influence on me, and even old like Black Sabbath, even though we don't do slower stuff like that, just heavy music in general. And yeah, shit. Shout out to some bands we've been playing with, like Aldrin said, Four Dead Seasons are our boys.
Or Dead Stevens.
Four Dead
Hi, I'm
Seasons.
Steven. Hi, I'm also Steven.
Damn, that would be a great name. It'd be like really hard to find.
That's so good.
That would be so good.
Be a funny Craigslist ad.
Yeah, right.
We need 4 Stevens that are really into deathcore.
Stevens, so then you would need 3, like, or else it would be.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Need 3 more Stevens.
They keep dying every time, so you'd have to keep getting a new one, right? Like a Steven
Actually-
dies every time.
The U.S. has a plethora of Stevens, I'm sure.
but into deathcore.
Deathcore.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. But who else you got to shout out, Travis?
Mike or Jot. Shit. So we played Dying Salem are our boys, Villains in Vain. Shit, I feel like there's definitely more, but I'm blanking on them on the spot.
I feel you.
Nice. Shout out Gasp. Shout
yeah.
out If This Be Doomsday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You already know.
We both played with those ones. so-
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We
Little bit of
all played
crossover.
with both of them.
Uh-huh. They get around, you know?
Dude, weird story. The singer Gasp, Daniel, He's from San Jose, and we have like mutual friends, and never even knew each other till moving here.
Dude,
Small world, bro.
Yeah.
just up here gentrifying the place.
I don't know if we are. You met me?
Dude. All right, John.
John, it's on you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Like I listen to a lot of progressive metal and gent. Like, I really like the Contortionist.
Ooh.
They're
Yeah.
kind of cool because like they started out as like a deathcore band and then went through like a really heavy gent phase and then like went to a full-on progressive metal. I've been listening to this band from Denmark called Ghost Iris. They're pretty cool. Definitely check them out. And then recently I've been getting into like some more post black metal, like progressive black metal, melodic black metal stuff. I found this band the other day that I've been binge listening to called Corpse Fleur. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I think they're from France.
What a name.
Yeah.
Corpse Fleur.
Yeah. CORPSFLEUR.
Of course,
They're cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Nice. Hell yeah.
The Contortionist is sick. You showed me them. They are sick.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
them live.
Oh, that's crazy.
That shit was so good, dude. We saw them with
the weirdest tour. It was like DGD. I'm like,
Whoa.
the Contortionist. Who else? Good Tiger was on that one.
Whoa, that's
Oh man. I
Yeah.
listened to A Good Tiger as well. I didn't mention that. They got a new album coming soon. I'm excited.
Oh shit,
Is
do
it?
they?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
They're,
behind, bro.
I think they're still recording, but I don't know.
Dude, Elliot Coleman's
He's so
vocals are
funny.
just
He's my favorite.
yeah, such a powerful human being that guy is. So yeah. All right, Wes, what you got?
Sure. So let's see. I mostly cut my teeth on like melodic death metal and stuff like that back in the day. Learned when I was a kid, I learned a lot of like Amon Amarth riffs and the Arch Enemy and stuff like that. Everybody had to learn that At the Gates album. What was it called? Slaughter of the Soul. That was like required learning. But nowadays I listen to kind of a lot of tech death and a lot of black metal. So for tech death, I really like this band. There's a band called Inferi that's really good. That is really interesting. I love the old school ones like Obscura and Archspire and stuff like that. They're kind of the grand. I don't want to say granddaddies because they're not that old, but like they're kind of the kings of the genre. You know what I mean? Listen to a lot of Gorod too. Gorod kicks ass. On the black metal side, we actually have a really good local black metal scene here in Portland. So a few of the bands that I like that are local, there's this band called Felsenmeer that is really cool. They're kind of carrying that like Agaloch torch, the like, kind of ambient, a little more like droney, doomy black metal kind of style. There's another band called Druth that is like fucking crazy. They're almost like, I would almost consider them like technical black metal. Like they play really technical stuff, but with a very black metal sensibility. And then I'd shout out Ueda, but they don't need my shout out because they're big boys and they only play European tours now, but they're another local band who are really awesome. But yeah, so that's kind of the stuff that I like to listen to. I like stuff that sounds really epic. I think that's usually what it comes down to. The more epic it sounds, the more I enjoy it.
You be riding into battle, huh? With
Fuck
the
yeah, dude.
music
Oh,
you
dude.
listen to.
I definitely had a power metal phase. Still love to listen to power metal every once in a while. Unleash the Archers is probably my favorite out of Vancouver, BC. They're fucking great.
Nice.
Unleash the Archers. That I gotta fucking check out.
Oh, they kill. They kill. Like,
I'd never heard of that. I was like, one thing we did that I thought was actually really fun is like we did everybody picked 10 songs and made a playlist. And I think it was a good way to hear like everybody's influences and like really listening to them and like appreciating. Like, I don't know. I think it's fun just to listen back to it.
Yeah.
discovered a lot of cool music that way too.
Yeah,
other
for
people.
sure. Unleash the Archers, like I never heard them until you put them on our list. And like, I think it's a great fucking name. I thought that was the song name at first. And I was like, oh, okay.
The Archers have been unleashed.
Every so often you hear a really good band name. There's this one band I know, I think they're from the East Coast. They're called Hostile Array. And I just thought that it just Unleash the Archers, Hostile Array. It just sounds like something that came from like very long ago, like scribe weapons, or it's in like a history book or something. It hits when you hear it, and it's always good to hear a band name like that.
That sounds like somebody's like their quiver of weapons. They had a very hostile array of weapons.
Exactly. See, it sounds cool. It's just it makes your brain think. It's a shame we don't have any of those kind of bands here today. I'm just
It is.
no, I think you guys got some cool band names though, like Vampire Champagne. I mean that creates an image in your head. These cursed hands. Everybody's got hands. Even the devil.
But are they cursed?
It's relatable.
If you've got hands, you may like this band.
Studies have shown that people who have hands like
There's some really sad double amputees somewhere. Like
That's true. Shout out to Stubby, who still
I
likes
just
our
don't
band
get
and
this
only.
band. I don't
Can't relate.
fuck, man.
This is both the funniest and probably the darkest. This is up that I think I have an episode that has to be 18 plus. I think this is necking up to it.
We did it.
Oh no.
It's great. I love it.
No.
I mean, shit, man. We're gonna have to get the traffic here ourselves anyway. So we're only entertaining the people that love us. So.
There you go. All right, Kyle, Mr. Scott.
All right, let's see. Well, always the Fall of Troy. You know, I'm always listening to the Fall of Troy, and that style. I'm trying to like figure out how to play and write like that just right, but it's hard, man. You can learn it, but to write it, that's different.
Right.
Let's see what else has been influenced me. Chon, of course. You know, another couple of very influential guitarists that I'm just like strive and wish that I could play that good someday. For more of the metal side of things, let's say I've been listening to like Haken, Leprous. I mean, I don't know if you call Leprous metal, but they have some, you know, some gent albums out there. Era, been really into them lately. Spirit Box,
Always a banger.
yeah.
Singing
So that's like
Space Cowboy.
the main things I've been letting influence me lately.
Oh yeah,
Maybe a little See You Space Cowboy, you know.
All right, there you
That's
go.
what I've
there you go. Their new stuff's really good. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, I like that they kind of like they started out as like kind of like a hardcore band, and then it kind of became like a metalcore band. Then it's like a post-hardcore band. Now it's kind of just like it's becoming its own thing. And I think their collab EP with "If I Die First" is probably like one of my favorite things that came out in like the last 5
Oh, yeah.
years.
Shout
Good
out
stuff.
MySpace Core.
Yeah.
Coming back.
Hell yeah.
Alex.
My turn. Yeah. So I mean, in terms of like inspirations for the album we have coming out, definitely this band started where we were all bonding over our love of Dance Gavin Dance and post-hardcore. And then, you know, of course, Chan, like you and I are trying our best to do interesting guitar like that. Also, Aldrin, I saw the shirt you're wearing. So starting with my shout outs, like thank you, Scientist, holds a really special place in my heart. I think they're doing
Fire
something
ass
super
band.
unique. They're totally underrated. But I mean, for local bands, I've been so impressed with the local scene. Of course, Hands, amazing. But outside of that, we've played with bands like Ominix, Wildire, and Sunwell. So those are local groups. Highly recommend. They really push me to want to be better at like our live performance. Honestly, I think the biggest thing though for the music that we're writing is to try to break out of like the niche that you're in. So I've been trying to listen to a lot of different stuff. Like Sasha mentioned Gold Necklace. And so I've been obsessed with trying to find like a lot more neo soul projects and jazz stuff like Robert Glasper's jazz pianist, Terrace Martin, who's this amazing producer. He's produced a bunch of Kendrick's music as well. And then like modern minimalism, weird classical music. If you like gent, but you want to listen to like classical piano, Tigran Hamasyan. I might butcher the name, but amazing pianist. And then Olafur Arnolds is this guy from Iceland who just blows my mind. So highly recommend, like especially if you're a guitarist and you want to try to break out of writing like every other guitarist, to try to listen to something really fucking weird and see where it takes you.
Yeah, the weirder it gets.
Hell yeah, man. if you're looking for some more like kind of like stuff in the gold necklace like umbrella, I definitely recommend Silk Sonic. Silk Sonic's really good.
Yes, I got to see them live. Freaking amazing. Oh man, what a show.
And Wolfpack is also good.
Yeah. Oh man, so good.
See, trying to give you recommendations you already knew.
So what Alex, like, man, the local scene in Portland has been pretty amazing to see. Like, I've been to bands in San Jose and like San Francisco and Oakland, but Portland, like, music is thriving, man. There are so many artists and musicians here. I don't know. It's surprising. I don't know. It's amazing. I think it's great.
Yeah, man.
Within a few shows that I've gotten to explore, like even like I got to see a show outside of you guys just like both champagne in both hands, and it was just like
No.
it was.
Sorry.
No, you're
Like,
good.
no, you
you're
didn't.
good. Right, it never happened. I'm sorry. No, but I went to see this one like showcase, and it was like a like jazz kind of rock band. It was kind of like bad, bad, not goodish kind of style, and then it was like all right. Then it went from like a poppy kind of like alternative punk thing, and I was like, okay, this is wild. Like Portland's just like all over the place with genres. Like it's crazy. You can go to one show and still see like three different subgenres within the show, or three different genres within a show so far. Like from what I've seen at least. And then seeing you guys' shows have been pretty wild because it's just like although there are bands like associated around you guys, it's still like such a wild card to see like this band here and this band here. Not too many I know by name right now, unfortunately, because I'm still kind of like figuring everything out. But it's just kind of wild to watch coming from California.
Yeah,
So
that's
Yeah,
what's
dude.
up.
I mean, even okay, like shouts out freaking April 13th, we're playing our album release show at the Twilight Bar here in Portland. But like all four bands that are playing that set are fucking so different from one another. We got Gasp, that's like a noise like punk band. We got fucking Harbor Place, that's like a rap rock band. We got Pretty Suspect, that's like an emo core band. And then we got whatever the fuck we are. So so it gets pretty eclectic and crazy up here. Yeah.
That's the best way to be, though, I find. I think mixed genre shows are great because it kind of just brings like a different audience, and it amalgamates them.
right, everybody has a good time because everybody hears something they fuck with.
Yeah, and hopefully they stick around and they listen to it all and they don't punch each other too hard.
Just right.
Punch each other harder.
I want to see fucking teeth.
Murder that guy. That's all I hope for, at least in a These Cursed Hands show. Just absolute,
Just absolute murder.
Complete
Chaos.
Just sign these waivers, please. No liability.
It's like a death clock show.
Right.
Shit.
Technical difficulty.
How technical?
It's a Bluetooth speaker, battery dying, and it was just letting me know. So I was like, I'll just turn this off because I didn't mean to have it on. Just have a little vocal sample break over there on the side. Any hoodle, but we pretty much got like over an hour now. Was there anything else you guys wanted to talk about, shout out, or do before we wrap this up and give out people your socials?
Shout out water. Shout out oxygen. Shout out hydrogen. Shout out the elements in the periodic table.
Hell yeah.
Yo, whatever.
Keeping it all
Give me a
together,
sticker, all that.
Shout outs to everybody in here from Vampire Champagne to fucking These Cursed Hands. Shout out to the bands that I'm gonna get to see at their album release show. Shout out to the folks back home, Shaka D Cakes, Berry Juice. All my boys in Empathy. Shout out Empathy. You know who you are. And yeah, shout out to you, but not you. You guys can take the floor now. I'm done.
We have our album coming out on Friday. We have our release show on Saturday. These are big news things.
Yeah.
Big things coming.
Big things coming.
Yeah, finally.
And
expect more.
For These Cursed Hands, listen to Drowning in Fire. That's our album. It's already out. Like Sasha said, Vampire Champagne album coming out this Friday. Yeah, come see us. Album release show. And then also April 6th. I don't know when this is even gonna come out.
I can have it up tomorrow or the day after.
Excellent.
So
All right. So April 6th.
it's Tuesday, right? It's
Yeah.
Tuesday, so
It is
I can get it out. Friday is when it comes out, right?
Yeah.
So if we bring it out Thursday, it's like one last reminder before Friday.
There you go. Loving it.
Nice.
Cool.
Thank you.
And we just have you have like a 4-day weekend of just content. There you go. See, we did it.
But Vamp Champ.
We those motherfuckers.
We them boys. Yeah, stay tuned for the These Cursed Hands camp. We got 2 EPs coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
September, sometime next year, we got a bunch of shows. Check our Instagram, just These Cursed Hands, and Facebook, These Cursed Hands. I think it's all everything. We got a website, just thesecursedhands.com. Should take you to everything.
Oh yeah, and they can find you on social media at These Cursed Hands. There's no like
I think
or it's just These Cursed Hands. If you got
nope.
hands and these cursed,
if you got hands, you might like this band. We need to make a shirt. That's got to be
Music for fans of
Or
hand.
Stumpy.
Or what's
Stubby.
Stubby? Yeah,
Yeah, Stubby.
that guy fucking cracks me up, and he's only got one hand, and he still likes us. So
Right?
see,
One last,
it's
what,
a marketing brainstorm meeting. This was.
Dude,
And
can
then
we
one
write
last
this?
shout out. Fucking stay tuned. If you like Swim Gustavo with me and him, we got some other shit coming too. It's gonna be fun.
Unnamed secret
Unnamed.
project.
Well, technically, I think it has a name, but Nickeltone.
I actually do have one more thing to announce. So next month, I'm gonna just drop some like random lost tape shit. I've been going through a lot of my like old rap shit on my drive. Kind of like in the vein of like Untitled, Unmastered by Kendrick, just kind of throwing out all these things that I'm like, I'm probably never gonna get to, but like, I still wanted to release just to show like the growth. So look forward to that. Some extra
Oh
shit.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We're content machines, motherfucker.
Keep it up, man. If you guys ever need a vocal feature, please. I miss y'all. I only have the one video of doing guest streams during Swim Gustavo. That's all I have.
Miss you too, man.
No, you have a No Cereal one too.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
that's very, very true.
But we'll triple that even.
That's what I'm saying. It's time to let's cross our algorithms. You know, Ghostbusters said don't cross the streams. I'm saying forget that. We're crossing them streams.
Twist the stream.
We'll wrap them up.
Testicular torsion is real, and it's gonna happen in musical form.
No.
This is a wild podcast.
Yeah,
man.
18 plus, baby.
And there it went, 18 plus. Just slid it in.
Yeah.
Oh,
You need your parents' permission for this shit.
No, I'm pretty sure nothing we've talked about. Well, there's some questionable things, but we're not talking about what the last guy talked about. So I think we're good.
The last guy.
It was basically him describing adult content. So I think we're good.
Nice. All right.
Pornographics.
I think it was Witch Heart. Yeah, Witch Heart episode. It's 18 plus. It's on the Warp Taste podcast YouTube page. Go ahead, go watch. I need to upload these on like Anchor so they could be on Spotify and stuff. But These Cursed Hands, Vampire Champagne, Sadboisam. Thank you guys so much for coming on the Warp Taste podcast today. I appreciate all of y'all. You guys know you have my love. You guys are my great friends. I miss y'all. We used to just be down like an hour away from each other, but now we're growing up.
Still go back to
But-
Mexico. We'll be all right.
Yeah, it's cheap to get out there, so we'll have to make that our meeting place. But hopefully, in the near future, there's an event or something we can all crash into each other. I look forward to such a thing. But thank you all for coming on today. I appreciate you. I'm Ryan Rex, Warp Taste Podcast, here with These Cursed Hands, Vampire Champagne, and Sadboisam. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Peace.
Deuces.